I'm about to roast you, based on your favorite book. Greetings, my name is Nina, welcome back to the Metal Book Tavern. So, I have released 2 videos related to my all-time favorite books. This time, enough about me, let's talk about you! Yeah, you got that right. In this video, I'm going to go through 12 various different books and say what these books say about you. Okay, this video is just for fun, don't take this seriously. It's just a fun video. Let's roast you, and in some ways, let's roast me as well. Let's get started. What does your favorite book say about you? So I have written down everything. Let's assume your favorite book is Lord of the Rings. You love complex lore and language in your fantasy, yet in real life you are a chill and relaxed person. Escapism is your mantra. You do have a small sense of superiority, but that's alright. You don't let it go through your head. You definitely love nature very much, and you love feasts and parties. And maybe, just maybe, you are a metal musician looking for some inspiration. I guess your favorite song is the Bard song in the forest. I guess you're going to read the books and sing the Bard song. Now let's assume your favorite book is Harry Potter. You have read these books over and over and over again, both as a child and as an adult. And you're willing to do that again, because these books are for lifetime. Just like with Lord of the Rings fans, escapism is your mantra. Probably the Harry Potter books were your happy place during the difficult times. After reading those books, you learn to mistrust the adults around you and other authority figures. And you learned to question everything. You believe that just because somebody is an adult doesn't mean they deserve your respect. You are not afraid to call a spade a spade. You call things as they are. You call things by their names. You see things as they are. You are not afraid to stand up to others, whether the adults or mean kids or even your own friends. You are not afraid of standing up to them. And above all, you're eager to think for yourself. But still, you do love fun and magic and other whimsical stuff. Alright, now let's assume your favorite book is 1984. You fear a totalitarian society more than anything. You don't like authority at all, and you take any chance to rebel that you get. You try to be as rebellious as possible. And probably you have strong opinions on things, and probably you mistrust everyone and everything around you. Let's assume your favorite book is To Kill a Mockingbird. You hate injustice with all your heart. Oh, and Go Set a Watchman too. Okay, now let's assume your favorite book is Lord of the Flies. You fear human nature and the wilderness. Luckily for you, the real-life Lord of the Flies is nothing like the book. Please read about the boys who were found on a deserted island in 1965. Please. It's better than you think. Okay, now let's assume your favorite book is Crime and Punishment. You do have a superiority complex, and you dwell in hopelessness. Probably you feel insecure about yourself and your place in society. It's going to be okay, no need to dwell in hopelessness. And maybe you are in the process of learning Russian to appreciate the original language of the book. Okay, now let's assume your favorite book is The Catcher in the Rye. You can do better. You can do better, definitely. Now let's assume your favorite book is Brave New World. You spend a lot of time complaining about hedonism. Oh, and society in general. You hate mindless consumption and overall stupidity. You long for complex stuff. You can go overboard with your criticism though. Also, I suspect that your favorite band is Iron Maiden. Now let's assume your favorite book is Chronicles of Narnia. Oh, poor baby, you are so underrated. You tend to be overlooked for many things. You do have a soft spot for underrated things, and you are always ready to defend them. Probably you are also light-hearted, but you are misunderstood. You definitely deserve better. But keep going, Narnia books are really cool. Okay, now let's assume your favorite book is A Song of Ice and Fire series. You are obsessed with realism and the history of medieval Europe. You love fresh dialogue in your books and the characters of all colors of the spectrum. You are wary of people and their motives. You feel like you can read people like an open book. Also, you might be one of those people who believes that fantasy is readable only if it has mature scenes, well, because realism. Yeah, you definitely tend to worship realism way too much. Oh, and you are mad? You are still mad that there's no Winds of Winter in sight. And you probably hated the later seasons of Game of Thrones. Or at best, you consider them weaker than the other seasons. Now let's assume that your favorite book is Daisy Jones and the Six. You love rock music and you read a lot of biographies of rock musicians. You are used to wild stories about rock musicians, yet you still accept that and you continue listening to the music. Also, you might be skeptical of BookTok, yet you might still scroll it just to find a book that is worthy of reading. And the last book for this video, last but not least, is The Never-Ending Story. You have a strong philosophical side. Sure, you love fun, you love your fantasy being fun and full of adventures and so on, but you also don't mind some philosophical aspects. You do like philosophy, don't you? You may not dive too deep into philosophy, you may not know all the philosophers and other stuff, but you still like to speculate on things from time to time. Alright, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. Once again, that this is just for fun. Now, as I finished filming, I realized that 12 books wasn't enough, that it should have been more, and maybe I will make part 2. What are your speculations about fans of certain books? Let me know down in the comments. See you next time. Goodbye.